Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Priyanka. So today we learn about IP firewall filter chain forward web 6.4. So forward that means client to internet. The function is for blocking package who pass through router. Chain forward running without pass through router. So first, if you want to do configuration, we click Windows or remote the router port necrotic. And then we log in using email address, login as admin, and with a password, we click on it. And we wait for a while. Okay, and then the first step in here, I will do configuration system identity for router 1 using system identity set name and be router 01. And then we do check into interface using interface print. In here, I will do configuration interface command using interface, and then set pattern1 command laptop, and do checking again to interface using interface print. In here, we could see the command to ether1 is laptop because router connect to laptop using ether1, and the flexes are running. And we want to do configuration IP address to router 1 using ether1. First in here, we want to do configuration internet access using interface VLAN 1. First, we do enable to VLAN 1 using interface, and then enable VLAN 1. And then we checking to interface print using interface, and then print. In here, we could see the flex X or disabled is not in here anymore. And then we create a security profile for VLAN 1. The purpose is for make password for VLAN 1, so it will more secure. So the configuration use interface and wireless security profiles at name. In here, I will use name authentication ISP, and also mode using the name case. Authentication type using VPA, PSK, and VPA to PSK. And then unique key first in here, I will use ASCCN and TAP, and group chip first. In here, we use ASCCM and TAP. VPA preset key, we use same password as access point that we want to use later. In here, I will use way, and also VPA to pressure key, same as VPA pressure key using way. And then we check in the interface security profile using interface wireless security profile spread. Sorry. Okay. So in here we can see that we successfully create interface security profile, wireless security profile with the names is authentication ISP. Okay, and then we do scanning using interface VLAN 1. The purpose is to decide what access point that we want to use. But the command is interface and then wireless scan VLAN 1 and click enter. And then click white. In here, I will use SID TPWK, and the flex is active privacy. And we do configure to interface VLAN 1. With the command is interface and then wireless set VLAN 1. Mode using station and band using 2 GHz BGN, and then SSID using TPWK, and then security profile using authentication ISP. And then we check in to interface wireless VLAN 1 using interface wireless print. And here we can see the flags is R or running. Okay, and then we do requesting IP address using feature DHCP client interface VLAN 1. With the command is IP and the DHCP client add interface VLAN 1 and disabled no for activating IP DHCP client. And then we click enter. And then we do checking to IP DHCP client using IP DHCP client and then print. In here we can see that router 1 has got IP address 192.168.176/24 with the status is bound. And then we do checking to IP gateway router 1 do ping 192.168 and then 43.1. And here we can see the result is replay. That means router 1 has been connected to access point. And then we do ping to google.com to make sure that router 1 connected to internet using ping and google.com. And we can see the result is replay. That means router has been connected to internet. And then we do configuration IP firewall net for client will get internet access. The command is IP and then firewall not add chain SCR-NAT and out interface using VLAN 1 and then action using masquerade. And then we check into IP firewall NAT using IP firewall NAT print. In here we could see that we successfully create IP firewall NAT using chain SCR-NAT and action masquerade and out interface using VLAN 1. Okay, and then in here we make IP address using interface at what with the command is IP address at address 28.28.28.1/24 and interface in here using at 1. And then we check in to IP address using IP address print. In here we can see that router 1 we successfully create IP address for router 1 using interface at 1. Okay, and then we do configuration IP manual to client. We click open a network internet setting. Click change adapter options. Click Ethernet properties. Click internet protocol version 4. Click properties. In here, make sure that IP address that we use is one network as router 1. In here, I will use 28.28.28.28, but the subnet max/24 and default gateway using IP router 1. And DNS in here, we use IP open source or IP Google 8.8.8.8. And then we click OK, close, and then close. And we do disable and enable. Disable, and then we enable it. After we wait in here, finally we connect to internet access. Okay, and then we do ping again to CMD, google.com. And here the result is replay. That means client has been connected to internet access. Okay, after that we move to router 1 to configure firewall filter chain forward. Click new terminal, and then we do configure IP firewall filter at chain using forward because in here we'll do blocking or drop to package from client to internet. And then After chain forward, we use source address. We use IP client 28.28.28.28, and protocol using ICMP because in package is use ICMP, and then out interface using interface to connect to internet VLAN 1, and then action drop because we want to do blocking, and then we check into IP firewall filter using IP firewall filter break. And here we will see that we successfully add IP firewall filter using chain forward, action drop, protocol ICMP, source address 28.28.28.28 et al. And out interface using VLAN 1. And then we move to CMD again and looping to google.com. And we will see the result is request timeout. That means we successfully do block package ICMP from client to internet. And also we do ping to IP router 1, ping 28.28.28.1. And the result is replay. That means client still connect to router 1. Okay, so I think that's enough. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.